Hi everyone, and welcome back to another chart of the week. I'm Lisa Miller. Today we're going to be looking at the consumer sentiment data, which is a measure that I've been tracking for many years. And I have some good news. I think there's going to be a little bit more joy in the air this holiday season. So let's take a look at this chart. For those of you that have been following along for a while, you've seen this chart, but let me break it down for those of you that are new. So when I look at this data, it is the one that is the leading indicator of the economy. And the green line is the percent of Americans that say they're spending as usual. So the higher the line, the better. When it comes to the red line is actually those Americans that say they have stopped spending because they are anxious and very anxious. But here's the trick. The key insight is the gap between the two lines. What we can see is look at the gap in March of 2025. It was huge at 19 points. But if we look all the way into the current data that was just from a few weeks ago, that gap has actually shrunk. It's almost half. So that is a very good sign that that 9 point is way lower than we were back earlier in the year. You can see that the green line, those that are spending as usual, went up. And then the red line actually came down. Let's take a look at this next chart. I wanted to break it down for you about which groups are actually feeling more positive and driving this pretty substantial change October to November. The first is millennials. We've seen a lot of press about millennials and how it's been tough in this economic challenging times, and they've been pulling back their spending. So for them to improve that green line, spending as usual, excited to get back out there, by 6 points, that is a meaningful shift as we lead into the holidays. The next group is men. We actually saw a 4-point shift in their belief in spending as usual. And then we also saw a nice increase in that middle income of $50,000 to $100,000. So what's the so what, now what? The first is the fact that that gap between the red and green line shrank so materially. That is a win. And we need to understand that that positivity, the fact that the anxiousness has gone down, the green line has gone up, that's a shift that we haven't seen in a while. So let's take that win. The fact that it came from millennials and also that middle income group as well as men, that is also a positive sign. We know for millennial and that middle income group, it has been a tough year in 2025. So it signals that there is some hope and maybe even some joy as we round out December and we move into 2026. Now, you know I will be watching to see how it goes and can we hold on to it. But let's take the win for today and have the hope and the joy as we lead into the holiday season. Until next time.